Most of us have already built REST services so that external system can integrate with Salesforce, and now we want to test it out. So we might have ended up using various tools for testing this out, wherein we install this tool, then we try to hit connected app endpoint URL to get access token from Salesforce, and then we again created our payload and hit endpoint URL of our REST service to test whether FS classes is getting executed properly or not. But what if we do not need to install any of such tool and we set up an environment on our machine itself, so that whenever we want to test our REST services, we just need to modify the web pages UI interface and just execute it to integrate with our Salesforce environment and test the functionality of our REST services. So for that purpose, first of all, we need to have a web server using which we can host our web pages, dummy web pages, and we can integrate with Salesforce by hitting endpoint URL, receiving access point, and then again hitting record creation process, executing our FS classes. So how do we set up HTTPS server on our machine so that we can simulate a working test environment on our machine? We can now, before we go ahead and install HTTPS server, the question you might ask is, why HTTPS server only? Why not HTTP server? The reason is that Salesforce does not accept any incoming request from HTTP URL or any HTTP server. It has to be an HTTPS server. So the incoming URL or inbound URL has to be HTTPS enabled. So now you can install any web server on your machine to host those pages. Some of them are XAMPP, WAMP. You can even use Tomcat or Node.js. So for this video, we are going to use Node.js server. So first step would be to install Node.js on your machine. So once you are done with installation of Node.js on your machine, next step would be installing Node.js HTTP server. So what you need to do is that you need to open a command prompt or go to Node.js folder, or you have to open here, search for Node.js command prompt. Once this command prompt is open, you have to install HTTPS server for Node.js. The command is npm install http server. It will install HTTP server on your machine. Because I've already installed this, so I'm not going to go ahead with installation of HTTP server on my machine. I'm just going to cancel it out. The command would be install HTTP server using command npm install HTTP server on Node.js command prompt. I will terminate this job. So once you have installed HTTP server on your Node.js, if you go to your Node.js installation folder, you will see that HTTP. How do you can verify if a HTTP server is installed or not? How can you verify? You go to your C drive user folder, search for your user folder. Then you need to go for app data. In app data, you have to go to roaming folder and search for npm, then node module. Here you will find a folder created called http server. If you open this folder and go to bin folder of it, there is a file called http server. I'm going to open it because we are going to need it in next step. Okay, so how do we know whether it is installed and working or not? In the same folder, the same command prompt, you have to type http server. It will start localhost on your machine. It will show that server is starting on this port. Now you just need to see, open any browser and you have to type this IP with the port as 880. Let me type. Let me see, http 192.168.0.103.8080. Okay, so now the server is up. It is showing you all content available in the folder of your machine. But we want to host our web pages and we want to install HTTPS server. So how do we do that? Let me cancel the server, as in stop the server. How we do that? We do that by Control C is a command to stop the server. Now server is stopped. Okay, now we will come to our next part. Okay, so in http-server file, if you go to this is the original file. Okay, this is going to be on your file when you install it. Line number 147 and 148, argvc cert.pm key.pm. Okay, so now what it means is that if you have set SSL certificate on your machine by the name of cert.pm and key.pem, you can start your HTTP server in HTTPS mode. So now we are going to create our we are going to see how we can create our certificate file. So to create a certificate file, we need to install OpenSSL. Now you can install OpenSSL from its official website. You can download the version depending on your operating system, whether it is 32-bit or 64-bit Windows machine or Linux or Mac. And then you have to open that OpenSSL command prompt or OpenSSL shell prompt, and you have to execute these three commands: OpenSSL gen rsa -out key.pm. When you execute this command first, it will generate a file key.pem in bin folder of your OpenSSL installation folder. For instance, my OpenSSL is installed in program file, and bin folder. So if I execute this command, this file will be created on bin folder of OpenSSL installation folder. Once this is done, I am going to execute another second command called OpenSSL req new -key space key.pem and csr.pem. Execution of this command will give me one more file called csr.pem. Third and last command would be OpenSSL x509 -req -days 9999. These are number of days which is for the duration the certificate is going to be valid. This is the validity duration of the certificate which we are going to create. Dash in csr.pem, we are going to use csr.pem file dash sign key.pem and dash out is cert.pem. Execution of this command now will give us one more file, cert.pem key.pem. Now it is not necessary that you give this name only. You can give your name as per your choice. It can be anything. So I have given name as my personal name, gajendra.local, etc. So I got these three file. Okay. So now I got certificate file and key file generated using OpenSSL. Now I am going to put it in the folder where I am keeping my web pages. Okay, so we need to copy key.pem and certificate.pem file and copy into the folder where I am keeping my web pages which I want to host on HTTPS server. So you can see that I copied these two files in my folder web2sf, because this is where I am keeping all my HTML file which I am going to use in testing my REST service, or which I am going to use as a web UI. Once it is done, in the command prompt I need to go to this folder where I am keeping my web file. Now if I try to start my server, so now the command to start server in HTTPS mode is http server dash ssl. Now if I type it here, let's see if it brings up or not. It will give you an error. So you have to enter into the folder where you are keeping your web file, and you have to type that command once again. Now it will, if you can see here, the server is up and it is saying starting up HTTP server serving dot dash / through HTTPS, available on HTTPS this port, and port is 8080. So now if I open the same IP on HTTPS (192.168.0.103:8080), let's see what it shows me. It will show me all the web file which I have put in over here and which I want to host on this HTTPS server, and I want to use it as a dummy web interface to interact with my Salesforce application using REST API. I can open it simply over here, or I can simply if I, let's say a page is created, I can create this page, click on this page. If I can click on REST API, it is going, I'm using an authorized mechanism over here in the backend. It will show me, if I click, you can see that okay, it is asking for my ID and password. I log into this, it is interacting, going to Salesforce and reverting me, asking for my authorization, and it will revert back with access token. So this is I can see that access token is here. This is, we can set up an HTTPS server on our machine, and we can just keep on modifying our web pages to develop as a web UI or web interface, whatever going to be used in actual environment. We can put on, we can just simulate our whole functionality of integrating with Salesforce using REST API. So I hope this step is clear to you. Once this is done, once HTTPS server is ready, the next step would be to create web pages and put it on this server and just execute our test process.